There is this surge of energy just trying to push us forward, urging us to take action in our life. But we want to do it with thought. We don't want to do it recklessly. Okay. This moment in time calls for steady and calculated steps, which is beautiful because we have the eclipse in just the coming days. So this helps us to prepare. Maybe you notice that your focus is a little sharpened. Maybe when it comes to your work, maybe in your relationships, maybe even the way you are handling your money right now. The time feels right. It feels right to build something that's going to be lasting, long term, something with a strong foundation. But it's also a time to express yourself in ways where you may have been holding yourself back. So, this energy brings in this rare opportunity to communicate a little clearer, to speak from a place of truth without fear. So, join me. Join me as we embark on a journey of self discovery, gaining an understanding of how to embrace this energy and moving forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus, September the 30th, 2024. Okay, well, we have a 30 energy. The 30 energy is, well, okay, because it is the 30 energy, I always explain this under the 30 energy because it really is the same thing. It's just amplified of the energy of the three. So 3 plus 0 plus 0 is a 3, right? And usually we get a little bit more definition, but really the 30 energy is just a very enhanced energy of the 3 energy. And the reason why that is because whenever you have a number like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, you see where I'm going with this, the 0 actually amplifies or gives it a godlike energy to the number that precedes it, which is the 3. So the 3 energy is about transformation. It's about celebration. It's about curiosity and letting our curiosity lead us to the next part of our life, our next part of our path. It's about our communication with each other and making a difference through our communications. It's through our thoughts and allowing the transformation to happen from thought to reality. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 9 plus a 3 plus an 8, and that gives us that beautiful 20 energy. So once again, we have this godlike energy for all of our numerology. So everything is amped up. Now, a 20 energy is about forks in the road. It's about turning points in our life. It's about seeing a new way forward or how we are going to tackle that new way forward. 2 plus 0 is a 2, and the 2 energy is very much about the magic that surrounds us. But it's not just about the magic that we know is present in our life today, but the magic within us, our talents, our abilities, our unique self, our authentic self, and allowing that to shine through, not only shine through, but to utilize it to move ourselves forward in new and dynamic ways. Our sun is in Libra, our moon is in Virgo. And what do we have? We have Mars. Mars trine Saturn. Okay. So that combines drive with discipline. It makes it the perfect time to turn ambition into progress. We let go of the need of those quick results, those in the moment now kind of attitudes, and we focus on long term goals. We want practical steps. We're not afraid of the hard work right now. We're ready to apply persistence and perseverance to see things through. So, once again, slow and steady wins the race kind of comes up as the energy during this time. It's a time to ask yourself what goals you've been neglecting and how you can now recommit to them. Perhaps understanding where in your life you may need more structure or patience or discipline, self-discipline. And we have the sun conjuncting Mercury. So they're sitting with each other in the sky, which allows us to, um, it allows us clarity in our thoughts. Okay. Our communication skills are much sharper than usual. There's a heightened desire to express ourselves authentically. Oh my God, authenticity. Where was I going with that? Authentically. Every so often, I make a brand new word for the English language to be put in the dictionary. Okay, so whether verbally or writing or creative outlets, look for these ways of allowing your authentic self, your self-expression to come through and shine. Okay, it's a time for honest and clear conversations. And this energy really helps us. It helps us to make strong plans, realistic goals. It helps to provide clarity to our next steps. Our minds will probably be on fire. Okay, so now take care. Okay, make sure that you're not overthinking things. I wouldn't worry so much about the little details under this energy. There'll be a time for that. Or perhaps we feel we need to get our point across really quickly when we're talking. And so we can easily lose our patience with others if they're not automatically embracing what we say. They ask for clarification and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to a brick here. So we don't want to do those kinds of things. We want to have a patience. We want to articulate what we want to say, what the message we are communicating. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Oh, we had the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom there. We'll see if it shows up again in our reading. But I was called to look at it. Wheel of Fortune is the energy is getting better. Times are changing. Seasons are changing. Movement forward. Time to really think about those next chapters in your life. Okay, let's see what comes out here. See what the cards want to reveal to us. So we have, look at this, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is about sitting in thought, really thinking through what we want to bring into our world, what we want to make tangible, what we want to make real. Now, the landscape behind us is very barren, so we can put, there's infinite possibilities for what we could put here. Anything that we want is really kind of obtainable under this kind of energy, but we must give it thought. We must give it direction. We must look at ourselves and make that promise or that commitment to ourselves that we are going to, go forward. We are going to make the plan. We are going to stick to the plan, to the strategy. We also will look at it and see if we need to change it in any ways as we take those steps. But we're in for the hard work. We're in for having the patience and the perseverance that we need in order to accomplish the great feats. So we're taking stock not only in what we want to bring in, but how we are going to do that. Do we have the time, the energy, the resources to do what we want to do? And if not, is there a way of increasing time, pockets of time, or pockets of energy, pockets of resources that we can take and put it towards our dreams, our goals, our desires? And we have the Four of Cups as our first card. It all starts with gratitude. There is a hand at the back, the hand of God, trying to bring in that magnificent cup in the background. But we have 4 cups sitting in front of us, and we're not even paying attention to it. So it's kind of, I kind of get like the kid kind of energy here, right? So the child goes to the parents and say, I've got to have this. I'm going to die if I don't have this. Everybody at school has it. I'm the only one who doesn't have it. They're picking on me. They're making fun of me. They're going to hurt me. I need it. I need it in my life. I need it so badly. And so the parents, they sit there and they budget and they take a little bit of the grocery money and the gas money and they kind of get it all together and they buy it for the child. And a week later, they see it maybe in the corner, broken or just unused. It's half still in the box, whatever it might be. And the parents is like, I sacrificed for that to give this to you. Why? And you don't even appreciate it. It's just like, why did I bother? And so the child comes and says, I need this. I need this. I so need this. How fast do you think the parents are going to act to that? So in some ways, although we're never punished, don't think we're ever punished. Okay. It's our own free will that kind of ends us up where we end up sometimes. But how often do we not look around and see the beauty and the marvel of our life already? The beautiful things in our world. The small little things and the large things. Definitely we do not appreciate our fridges running until they stop or our freezer or our furnace in the winter, or our air conditioning in the summer, or in the warm climates. So long as it's going, we just carry on. We don't give it another thought. And there's so many things in our world, when we come home after a bad day and we walk through the door and we just give that verbal assault to our partner, to our spouse, to our children. Why? Because well, for one thing, we know that they'll forgive us. Okay. But do we appreciate them being there for us? Do we take the time to also appreciate them and love them and care for them? Do we appreciate the fact that we have something in our life that does create stresses and problems, because that usually means we're doing something and we're going somewhere. That's when we learn. That's when we increase our knowledge, our wisdom, is when we have to face something that is blocking us, an obstacle, a limitation. So often we look at our path in life as being misery, but it really is a time to step up. It's time to say, you know what? I need to self-discipline myself more. I need to take some time to see where I have been lacking support, and then bringing that support in. And maybe I need to communicate that to the people I love, that I need their support. I need to know that they're there. And in order for me to do that, I first need to be present. So it's all about gratitude. That's what I was trying to get to. It's all about gratitude. Knight of Wands is kind of a no man's land, and I can see that very much. It's very similar to the Four of Cups and a lot of the energy. It's really a three-part kind of energy here, and he's been showing up a lot for the last couple of months. I think since just prior, well, no, I think it was even before the lunar eclipse. So, maybe a couple of months. He's been showing up over and over and over again. So there's three parts to this. First of all, we need to look behind us and know that we have had accomplishments. We have gained recognition, praise, job opportunities, a loving family, a loving person in our life, a best friend. We have gained things in our life because of the person we have become, of who we are. We know that we can do things, that we have the knowledge and the wisdom, because we look backwards and we see us applying that knowledge and wisdom. The second part of this is to look in our our here and now surroundings, okay, in the moment, and appreciating the things that we have, and what do we have to work with in this moment in time. If all we had is what we have, how could we utilize that to move ourselves forward? And do we appreciate those things in our life there for us to move us forward? The third part of this, before we get back up on that horse and we ride into our tomorrow, is we want to have a conversation with God, our angels, the universe, source, our higher self. We want to talk about the straight path, the clarity we need, the knowledge we need, and those things, and we're asking for those things to surround us, to be there for us, the protection, the love, the joy, the knowledge, the wisdom. And our third card is the Eight of Wands, and this is about taking off the blinders. I remember one deck I used to always say, gentlemen, start your engines. It was that kind of energy. It was like, wow, all of a sudden you're going to see opportunities, or there are opportunities around you that you just haven't noticed because you're too busy or you're focused on something else. This is a time when your horizon expands. So much opportunity comes in for you. So expect that, I would have to say, since it's our final card, over the next several days as we move into that solar eclipse, to start noticing all the opportunities, all the different ways that you can step forward in your life, in different areas of your life. And which ones do you want to grab onto? Which ones do you want to start to work for a long-term result in your life? Because that's where you want to put your energy. That's where you want to put your thoughts. Okay, we'll get an oracle card here. And we have keep your dreams alive. The 25 energy. Now, the 25 energy is about success after great difficulty. Okay, so if you're going through a difficult patch, it's very hard to see yourself actually with forward movement, with a grace about you, with a dynamic energy about you. But the 25, first of all, tells me that we have to go through the difficulties in order to have the great successes. Keep your dreams alive. So often we just say it's just too hard, or I've been trying and I don't see anything. And so we throw in the towel, and this is not a time to throw in the towel on some of those dreams. And some of those dreams that you've put on the back shelf for the time being, this is a time to dust off that box and look within and see what kind of potential it does have to move you in the way you want it to move you. So let's go to the 25. I'm sorry I wasn't here for the weekend. It's very long days. I do apologize when I don't have enough energy to get things prepared for you, but unfortunately it does happen. I'm almost done this contract, so start to identify plans and actions that will lead you to achieve your dreams and goals. Your dreams can become your reality. This is a time when you need to be able to apply detailed planning in order to manifest your dreams and realize your goals. You need to remain focused on the practical side of things. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. It's easy to get distracted by more ideas and more concepts, so stay focused on what is realistic and achievable at this time. Your common sense and pragmatic approach will lead you to a solution that actually works. Begin taking steps that will bring you closer and closer to your dreams, and that is exactly what all the energy has been telling us. Right? To take time to understand that yes, this has potential. And I'm going to persevere. I'm going to roll up my sleeves and do the hard work. I'm going to turn that thought into something magnificent in my life. Okay, so start working on the plan. Start working on the strategy. Start saying, "Well, I can do this today. I may not be able to do all that, but I can do this today. And if I can do this, then I'm going to do this because tomorrow something else might come up, and I can do that." And slowly but surely, those other doors that seem to be closed right now for me, they will open, and I will have a ton of things to do. And I don't want to have to come back and do this anyways. So let's get her done. Let's get motivated to start. I hear to transcend into our tomorrow. Okay. So, and we'll get an animal here. And we have the frog is back. Follow your voice. And I know I had a song, and then somebody else said a song. Oh my gosh, it was so fitting as well. Like sing a song, sing out loud. Sing a song. So we have two songs now for this card. So definitely, this is find your voice. Now, with the energy that we have today, it is all about us bringing out our authentic self. And that does include your voice. The more you say who you are, the more you become who you are. So if you always say, "I'm clumsy, I'm forgetful, I'm always late," you will become the person that is clumsy, forgetful, and always late. Even if you don't want that in your life, okay? Because you keep saying, "This is my authentic self. I'm clumsy. I'm always late." And you keep saying that, it becomes realer and realer and realer until you have cemented it into being. So start describing yourself as the person that you want to be going forward. Start saying who you are. Okay, if you want to paint for a living, I'm an artist. I'm magnificent. Whatever it is, okay? I'm not going to go into a million and one things here, okay? Take your situation and start picking out different words that you can describe yourself doing that in your life. What you want to manifest, what you want to bring in, what you want to make tangible. Maybe it's something in your personality. Maybe it's something, how you spend your money. I am wise in my money planning and my money spending. I'm wise at making a budget. I'm wise when it comes to investing. Things like this, and slowly grow into that person that you want to be by saying it, by announcing it. Okay, find your voice. Sing, say no, and express yourself. And it is all about self expression today. Sing your song, dance your dance, and tell your tale. Frog tells you it's time for you to find your voice. Saying no can be one of the most difficult words to speak, and yet Frog says that you've been putting too much pressure on yourself, allowing others to steal your time, exhaust your energy. If you haven't vocalized your dissatisfaction with it, instead, you've quieted your voice. By saying no, you begin making room for the things that you do want to bring in your life. It's not easy at first, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more empowered you will feel. You may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. It could be a friend that has hurt you, a spouse who isn't listening to you, a boss or coworker who isn't showing you respect. It is now time for you to vocalize your feelings. In order to remove the emotion, you may want to begin by writing down what you want to say. Practice saying it out loud. Look at yourself in the mirror while you speak the words of truth. Can you see within your eyes how much this is damaging to your soul and your spirit? Healing will eventually come. Frog will assist you in finding your voice. Frog also reminds you to put on some music and sing. It can be at home, in your car, but sing as loud as you can. Fun or sad, it doesn't matter. Just express yourself by singing. Your throat chakra may be blocked. Put your right hand on your throat and envision a blue light circling and swirling, healing the fears that surround you. Maybe you've always wanted to be on a stage, a Broadway show, a stand-up comedian. Embrace Frog in helping you find the voice within you that may be shaky right now, but will turn steady and strong the more you practice your art. There are no restrictions. There are no limitations. So, this is a time to step into your authentic self, to say it aloud, to look in the mirror perhaps, and tell yourself, and see when you look away. See when the disbelief starts to come into your eyes. Many people have a hard time just looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, I love you. You're beautiful. You're strong. You're courageous. You're magnificent. You're gorgeous. You're witty. You're intelligent. You have great strength. And I love you. When we're born, we have no flaws. It's not until other people tell us we have flaws that we start to see our flaws, or see what they call flaws. And then we start comparing ourselves to other people, and we see even more flaws, but they're not really flaws. It's what makes us original. What makes us unique. It's what makes us authentic and real. So embrace every part of who you are and sing your song. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.